welcome back, and happy July 9th. To celebrate, I thought I would rank my favourite album possibly ever. So welcome back to the channel. I am currently in the process of filming ranking videos of every single Taylor Swift album, and obviously today I have chosen to rank Speak Now. It feels very weird saying happy July 9th considering it's only the 24th of June today. I thought that in celebration of the Last Kiss lyric, I would upload this video on July 9th at specifically 1:58. Now, Speak Now is literally one of my favourite albums, not just by Taylor, but ever. It's just got such a magic about it that not many other albums have. And the fact that she wrote this album when she was 18, 19, 20 on her own is wild. I don't think enough people really talk about that, and the fact that there are still people saying that she only writes about her exes or says that she's overrated. I guess you're all entitled to your own opinion when it comes to thinking about whether things are overrated or underrated, but I can't accept the fact that people say that she's overrated when she literally wrote this masterpiece from the age of 18 to 20. So really highlighting the fact that this is one of my favourite albums ever to be written. I would go into this saying that I'm going to be very strict with where I place all these songs in my ranking, but truly I just don't think that's possible. So we are going to go through all the different tier categories, and the top tier category is called the best thing that's ever been mine. The famous title in track 1 of Speak Now, Mine. What else can I say about that? These are my favourite songs on this album, like my favourite of my favourites. I would say that I'm going to be very strict with my ranking, but I just don't think that is quite possible considering how much I love this album. So below that category we have Sparks Fly, which again is track 2 on this album, and these don't quite hit the top category for me, but I still really love them, but they're just not my favourites. And below that category we have The Kind of Book You Can't Put Down, which is a lyric from a Vault song, When Emma Falls in Love. They're not necessarily standout songs, but they're not bad songs either. So below that category we've got She's Not a Saint, which is a lyric from Better Than Revenge. Again, these songs aren't necessarily standout songs, but there's also worse songs than them, because the final category is Not My Fave. So these are songs which I wouldn't ever choose to listen to, and honestly if they came on I would more often than not skip them. So with all that said, let's get straight into ranking Speak Now. So we are starting with track 1, Mine. Now this goes in one category and one category only. Like how I titled top category the best thing that's ever been mine, mine is definitely the best thing that's ever been mine. If I didn't love this song enough, she literally performed this as a surprise song at my show. So I don't think there's another category which really says it any better. And the next song is Sparks Fly. I just can't not put this in the top tier category as well. Songs like Mine and Sparks Fly, they are the reason why I love this album so much. Back to December, again, that is definitely the best thing that's ever been mine. I think that the icing on the cake for this song is the bridge. I truly think that some of the best bridges ever written were written on this album. Okay, so this is where things get a little bit interesting. So next up we have the title track, Speak Now. Now, I'm gonna be honest here. As much as Speak Now is my favourite album, not just by Taylor, but like I say, ever written, Speak Now, the song itself, definitely doesn't hit for me. So I'm actually going to have to say that Speak Now goes in not my fave. I feel like that just expresses it. It truly isn't one of my favourite songs. I wouldn't say it's bad. Like, there are probably songs which are worse than Speak Now in my opinion. The lyrics in Speak Now are a little bit questionable, and also the fact that she's singing about taking someone's man at their wedding. Next up we have Dear John. Again, this goes in one place and one place only, and I truly think that the bridge probably does it for me. The fact that this song starts really slow and then we gradually lift up and get to that bridge. The song starts like this. I'm shining like fireworks over your silent guitar. Oh, what I would do to scream that lyric at a Taylor Swift concert. I feel like that lyric alone just expresses and puts in a nutshell of how this song makes you feel. Next up, we've got Mean. Mean, again, is quite an interesting one for me. It is probably not my favourite. No, it's definitely not my favourite song on this album, and definitely nowhere near the top of my ranking. I'm going to say She's Not a Saint. I think that the reason why this song isn't necessarily anywhere near my favourite song on this album is purely just because it's a little bit too yee-haw for me. It's not that I have an issue with country music, but country music is definitely not my favourite genre of music. The reason why I didn't rank this song any lower than She's Not a Saint is I feel like I just really relate to the song and it's got such good messaging and meaning. The Story of Us. This one is also a very interesting song. I feel like when we got Taylor's version, I started to really love it more. I don't know, I have a really good time with this song. Is it the best thing that's ever been mine though? I'm going to have to say that it goes in Sparks Fly. Okay, next we have Never Grow Up. This is also obviously a very interesting one. Do I ever listen to this song? And the answer to that is truly no. But that is because it's sad. So looking at these categories, I feel like I can't put it in the middle category because this is a book that I very much do want to put down. I'm going to say She's Not a Saint. Okay, next up we have quite literally the best song that has ever been written, and that is Enchanted. It is possibly my favourite Taylor Swift song, and the reason why I say that is if I actually think about what my favourite Taylor Swift song is. Like I say, Speak Now is my favourite Taylor Swift album, and Enchanted is my favourite song from that album, so if you put the two and two together, it would make sense. Next up, we have Better Than Revenge. I love this song. I feel like this is actually quite an unpopular song in the Taylor Swift fandom. I don't hear many people talk about how much they like it. I don't feel like people like this song the way that I like this song. Truly, it is one of my songs. Like, I can't even relate to this song, but somehow it's my villain origin story. I love screaming the words. I will still scream the original lyrics, but that's just because it's fun. It did take a little while for it to grow on me, however. I don't think that she had to change the lyric, but you know what, I'm glad she did. I honestly feel like when we got Taylor's version, I loved this song more than I did before Taylor's version. Honestly, in my top 3 songs on this album, possibly like my top 20 songs of Taylor's ever, maybe even higher than that. Okay, next up we have Innocent. This is such a cute song. Now, if you take away the reasoning as to why she wrote this song originally, then maybe I would rank this higher. I actually think that the only place I can really put this is the kind of book you can't put down, even though I don't really know if that exact category title really does this song justice. Next up, we have Haunted. I think that this is possibly the most underrated song on this album. I'll admit as well that I even sleep on this song. I want more Taylor songs like Haunted, like Better Than Revenge. An album which I would really love to hear from Taylor is a rock album. I know that this would never happen. If we ever got a rock album from Taylor Swift, I would want her to collab with Demi Lovato. In the same way that when we get debut Taylor's version, I want a collab with Miley Cyrus. I want a collab with Kelsea Ballerini. Is that too much to ask? So I'm going to say that Haunted goes in Sparks Fly. Just want to say again, happy July 9th. So Last Kiss is also a really underrated song, and we got this bridge, which again, I feel like the bridge of this song is really the icing on the cake. So I feel like this bridge alone deserves to go in the best thing that's ever been mine. So next we have Long Live. Rest in peace, Long Live on the Eras set list. I would have killed to experience this live. Honestly, I was just happy to be there. So I can't really complain. Long Live, I can't even explain this. It is one of her most legendary songs. The meaning that this song has, I'm actually genuinely lost for words. The fact that the standard version of this album finishes with this song, there just isn't a better way to end an album. So Long Live goes in one place, and that is the best thing that's ever been mine. Truly, the only bitterness that I have with this song is that she didn't sing it at my show. And that is truly because I love it that much. Okay, so we're moving on to the deluxe tracks. And the first deluxe track is Ours or Ours. I don't even know how I say this. It's definitely not a song which I go to listen to. Honestly, it's probably one of those songs which I forget about. It's a cute song. It's just not one that I listen to. I suppose it can't be that cute if I forget about it. Okay, so the next song, which is listed in this ranking, is If This Was a Movie. Now, this was also listed in my Fearless ranking. So I don't know whether this is seen as a Fearless song or a Speak Now song. I don't really know if this is even a real debate that people have, whether it belongs in Fearless or Speak Now. I can't even remember where I put If This Was a Movie in my last ranking. If This Was a Movie is definitely not a song that I listen to. Again, it's probably one that I forget exists. But when I do listen to it, I do remember how good it is. It takes that for me to remember how good this song is. I guess I'm going to have to say She's Not a Saint. So the last track from the 3 deluxe tracks of this album, or 2 deluxe tracks, is Superman. Again, I'm going to have to say it's not my fave. I guess kind of similar to Ours. Superman is cute, but that is the only thing I can really say. So going into the vault tracks and starting with Electric Touch, I do really like this song. I like it, but I don't think it's anything more than that. I don't think it's a song that I would necessarily go to listen to. However, it's not a song that I would skip. So for that reason, I'm going to say Electric Touch goes in the kind of book you can't put down. I am actually going to change Innocent and put Innocent in She's Not a Saint. So next we have When Emma Falls in Love. This is honestly not a song which I go to listen to. A song which I can quite easily forget about. However, I think I must have been listening to this song yesterday. I don't know if I've ever experienced this song the way that I experienced it yesterday, but I feel like there is something about it. It's cute. And honestly, when I do listen to this song, there isn't much I can fault about it. So I'm going to put When Emma Falls in Love in The kind of book you can't put down. Okay, so next up we have I Can See You. So, I have a bit of a flex here. Not only was Mine one of my surprise songs, but so was I Can See You, and this was the first surprise song that she did on my show. What I can actually say is I heard Taylor Swift sing I Can See You in the city that she filmed the music video for it in. Like, saying that out loud, huh? Now, the only thing about this song is it's not really one of my favourite songs. Obviously, I have that special association with it now. Like I say, it's not my favourite, it's not really like a standout song. So I'm gonna say I Can See You goes in Sparks Fly. Okay, next we have Castles Crumbling. You know what, this one is really tricky for me, but I'm going to have to say Castles Crumbling goes in Sparks Fly. Having said that, Castles Crumbling is honestly probably one of my favourite Vault songs. I feel like from now I'm gonna have to be strict with the songs that I put in the best thing that's ever been mine, because I also feel like the best thing that's ever been mine is quite a statement, and for these last few songs I'm not sure if they quite fit that title. Next we have Foolish One. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely not my favourite. And the last song from Speak Now, Taylor's version, is Timeless. I think I'm going to have to say that this song goes in Sparks Fly. And don't get me wrong, I love this song. I think it's so beautifully written, but I feel like it's just so cute. It's probably one of my favourite Vault songs as well, but I don't think it deserves quite the top tier. I am actually finding it really hard to put these songs in order. In the category Sparks Fly, I could put I Can See You so much higher, but I feel like the only reason why I would do that is because I just associate it with being my surprise song. But this is my ranking. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know your ranking of Speak Now, and obviously stay tuned for more of my Taylor Swift album rankings, and also more ranking videos in general, not just specifically of Taylor's, but obviously my next album ranking of Taylor's will be Red. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you very soon. Bye!